Welcome to the tutorial for Sweet Little 16 by Chuck Berry. It's a beautiful day outside. We just had our second nice day here in Wisconsin/Minnesota. We live about a mile away from the Minnesota border where I work in Minnesota. And it's just been a gorgeous day, so I spent the day cutting down a tree, and now we've got a campfire behind me and just kind of enjoying the dusk at the evening here. Let me just remind you that the website is ukestuff.info, and encourage you to subscribe and also to consider Patreon. A little bit about the song. Sweet Little 16 was written by Chuck Berry and recorded in 1958. Later, the Beach Boys and Brian Wilson heard it and said, "That's a really great song. What if we put all the cities that they talk about in Sweet Little 16, which is a story about a high school girl who loved going to rock concerts? What if we did that with surfing and put all the different surfing spots?" Eventually, Surfing USA has been accredited to Chuck Berry because he used that melody very much in the same way that Ariana Grande has had to credit Rodgers and Hammerstein for her use of 7 rings. And I thought I'd just show you the chords that we use on this song. It's very simple. First chord is the G7 chord. You'll put your first finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret, your 2nd finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and your 3rd finger on the 1st string, 2nd fret. That's the G7 chord. The second chord you'll use is the song that the key is in, which is the key of C. So you'll just put your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, 1st string. Then the other chord is F. You'll put your 1st finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and 2nd finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret. Those are all the chords you need to know for the song. 3 chords and 3 chords only. Although I'll show you in a second a way that you can spice it up a little bit. Now I'm using my bottle brown outdoor ukulele, perfect for outdoor weather. The only thing you have to worry about are the tuners getting rusty. Otherwise, it is made to be used outside, and people have used it as a paddle and other things. I might be wrong, but I don't think you need to know how to follow this song chord by chord because it's pretty easy. The only thing you have to be ready for at the end is that it goes quickly from F to C to F to C to F to C at the very end, and that's just practice over time. There is one thing that I want to show you though, which is how you can spice it up to have kind of the rock shuffle. So if you play the C chord and then reach over to the 4th string 2nd fret, that's the note A, you can go with kind of the recording of Sweet Little 16. So that's the C. Then for the G7, this gets a little tricky. It might be easier to do with the regular G chord, but if you want to spice it up, that you play the G7 and then you reach over and with your pinky hit the 3rd string 4th fret. The F is pretty easy because you play the F chord and then you make the D minor chord. So if you really want to get that rock shuffle, this is kind of what it sounds like. To G7, to the F, and it just takes practice, and if you want to do that, you can make this song harder with it. As for a strumming pattern, if you're going to play it as written, I would suggest down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Pretty standard. Not a whole lot to be said there. So that's Sweet Little 16 from one of the grandfathers of rock and roll. Definitely Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Mount Rushmore of rock musicians, Chuck Berry. So, thanks for watching, and as always, remember, ukulele, it's about you.